Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Werewolf the Apocalypse Chronicle of Bane and Blood. This is our final epilogue, Epilogue 3, Cry Aloud. So let's meet our crying werewolves, starting with Ramos.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gilbert Ramos, aka Ramos Nomad, on all the social media platforms. I am CEO and founder of Rolling Nomads, and tonight I have the pleasure of returning to you as Elias Richter, or Heart Eater, the Ghost Council of Rune.
Thank you, and you remembered all the things. I'm proud of you. Rachel.
Hello, everybody. I am the AzureButterfly, or Azure for short, or simply Rachel, production coordinator over on the Rolling Nomads, variety streamer over on Twitch, and I am here, this time zone, playing Monika Dunsirn, the Hart Warden Philodox.
Mm-hmm. And last but not least, Avery.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Avery, at Averydaboi on all social media platforms. I style myself as something of an internet personality, and this time zone, I will be playing Markus Nebelstreif Sweets, the Black Fury Galliard.
And I'm Huddy. I'm a World of Darkness community ambassador and the storyteller of way too many things. As always, this is a Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition actual play. We've gone over our safety and consent, but please check in with yourselves as your well-being is important to all of us who are playing. All the content warnings for this game will be down in the description below. So if you all already, I haven't said this in a long time, so I've forgotten. Lass uns anfangen. And let's return to Berlin. Things at the Monse Sept have changed drastically over the last few months. The cairn was attacked by black spiral dancers who pushed as far as into the spiritual center. The Garou of the Sept defeated a Nexus Crawler, a deed that, before the shattering of the nation, would have brought werewolves from across the world to offer accolades and renown. But it wasn't all glory for Gaia. Of course, a new warrior was chosen, Markus Sweets, infected with an ancestral bane. Gaia made him Garou, and Gorgon claimed him as one of her sons. The cairn also suffered losses. First was the young Garou, Viomini, Provan Walsh, and Speaks with Spirits, who lost their lives in the battle against the Nexus Crawler. Then it was Sweets and Maggie, who gave up their spirits to the Grunewald cairn spirit Boar, in order to rejuvenate him and remove him from the corrupted cairn. Cascada, the Sept leader, was injured by the foul claws of the Black Spiral Dancers, removing her ability to heal her wounds supernaturally, and leaving her on the brink of an early and unhonorable death. The situation is so dire that right now you have supposedly Dr. Leeches coming to the Sept to see if they can heal her, in exchange for the Sept's assistance against this Shadowbane or other enemies they may have. Lastly, your friend and now former packmate, Hannah Eats the Spiral, who helped defeat the Nexus Crawler, who delivered the final blow to Marcel Nightmist, the leader of the Cult of Fenris and the last true Get in Berlin, and the daughter of the fallen Bonar, Leah, has decided to leave Monse. She has determined that her place is in the city where her patron spirit resides, and that your Glasswalker ally, Lydia, has been alone long enough. The city wolves need to stick together for the benefit of all Garou. And so now the two of you return from Berlin, having said your goodbyes to Hannah, and helped her settle into her mother's old home underneath the tunnels near Bergane. You travel through the city heading south, down past the east side of the Mugelberg, where Markus, spirits of the fallen warriors still rage on in battle with each other, as they have for over a decade. You're not close, not really, Markus, but your body aches as you pass under its shadow. You know you could race up there in your Hispo form. You know you could end your suffering by absorbing these spirits. Willpower roll, please.
Okay. 3 successes.
3 successes is enough for you not to shift your form up from the lupus form that you're in now with Elias. However, pain racks your body, and as you two are traveling in your lupus form, Elias, you notice that Markus tumbles over, trips over their own paws, and starts writhing around the ground in pain.
What's going on with you? Can you answer me?
Yes, I can answer you. It just all hurts. My body hurts all the time. Don't worry about it, I'll be fine. Just give me a minute.
Of course, Elias, as you look over his body, you see he has those horrific, almost the only way you could describe them is his vivisection scars from when he was infected with this ancestral bane. And the scars now run deep and green and sickly through his body in every form he's in.
This isn't normally how it is. Normally it only hurts when we change the first days.
Yeah, I know. I watched both of my sisters do it.
I'm trying to give you bedside manner, fuckface.
I don't need your courtesy. Fine. You never saw fit to give it to me before. Why would it change now?
Because you're in my care and you're injured.
You nearly choked my brother to death. Don't think I forgot.
Good. Are you done belly aching then?
You're the one who's belly aching, old man.
So that's what that feels like. Let's go.
Fucking prick.
Get up, shaky feet. Markus, it hurts. And you're not sure if you're going to be able to keep the pace that you were keeping as you ran out of the city of Berlin heading to Potsdam. You might have to walk slowly through the woods around the Muggleberg.
Going to try and keep up, but if I can't, I'll obviously ease pace.
As you two walk, of course, you know, there's no rush necessarily to get back to the Sept. You're waiting to hear back from someone in the cairn to let you know that the leeches are gone. Of course, Elias, you have, ever since you found out that the leeches were going to come there to help Cascada, you have done your best to remain away from it, for fear that you might freak out and kill them all, should Cascada meet an untimely end. As you pass over the or under the Muggleberg, rather, where the Grunewald cairn is, you come across a clearing that seems to have a lot of, let's call it discarded trucks, discarded Baumaschine, right, for building something. They seem to be discarded here, old, grown over. You don't see a building, though, however. And can everyone make me wits and awareness rolls and an extra die for Elias for your patron, please?
I missed this.
I know, I remember. Everyone should pick Ghost Council for the extra die for every fucking thing.
That sounds neat.
Yeah.
I assume I'm at a rage of 1.
I'm gonna put you at a rage 2 for the pain.
Okay.
Yeah, Elias, Markus, excuse me, your pain is too much. Elias slows his pace, and you're just grateful to not be trying to keep up with him at the moment. But Elias, you look around at some of this construction equipment as it started to rust overgrown a little bit, and you see one of the signs that is plastered against the underneath where it says cat or whatever. I can't think of the word. Brand. Brand's not the word. Whatever brand of the truck it is. It says Gilgal Industries.
Oh, fucking fantastic.
Problem.
Almost fucking always, Markus. Almost always.
It's crazy how they seem to follow you around like that.
I follow you around like that too now, kid.
Maybe.
Gilgal is, it's that fucking company. It's the one that, Ibru is a part of.
What are they even building here? There's nothing here.
I'm not sure it's entirely meant to be building up.
They're not making any sense.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking get used to that. Let's go.
Do you want me to go to the other side? It's gone
No, I want you
in here.
I want you with me.
I mean, it's not like you could stop me if I decided to go.
Do you want to test that theory?
Sure.
Cause it's gotta give me strength.
And Markus will blink to the other side of the gauntlet.
This Blink's an ability, yeah?
Well, Blink is an ability in Vampire the Masquerade, but what you do is you sidestep.
Yeah.
When you sidestep into the gauntlet here, Marcus, it's exactly before, like when you were, because you're still underneath the Moogleberg. It's exactly like before when you tried to sidestep into the gauntlet there. You hit a cement wall.
Is there something here?
You watch
No.
Marcus disappear and leave behind only a trace of green smoke before reappearing. You saw the Black Spiral Dancers do stuff like this.
Yeah, there's something here.
Yeah, that work for you, princess.
Fine. There's just something here.
Elaborate.
There's something keeping me out. I shouldn't be able to. I was born in the Umbra. It's my birthright. That's what Mama used to say.
That is some of the most entitled shit I've ever heard in my life.
My mother was a Silver Fang. What do you expect, asshole?
More.
Do you even know your
Like-
mother?
No, not anymore. But oh God, give me strength.
Elias, you may
I'm
increase your
gonna
age.
hit him. Yeah, thank you.
We need to find a way across. If you want to get a real bearing on what's happening here.
Yeah, agreed.
Can you open a portal? Because I can't take anyone with me. It's just kind of a solo thing.
No, I can't open a fucking portal.
You do have someone, Elias, that you can ask.
I was
If
just
you'd like.
thinking. I will call to Statish.
Would you like to roll me wits and wisdom, please? Or resolve and wisdom, rather.
Resolve and wisdom. Again, 4 successes.
Statish appears, and Marcus, you feel all the hair on your body. You're both still in lupus form, so you feel all the hairs on your body start to stand up straight. Like as a kid, if you ever rubbed a balloon on your hair, what would happen? You feel it pulling in a certain direction, pulling towards Elias. And you see an incarnation of the natural static spirit of the world appear before Elias. And he whispers in your ear, Elias, "What can I help you with here?"
We need the way to be open, my friend.
Technology blocks the path.
Yes.
There's something unnatural here, my boy.
We'll fucking shoot a side glance over to Markus.
No. Something else.
I will find it.
It's deep. It's underground.
I won't delay.
Good luck.
Thank you, my friend. And I will crouch low, almost just like bowing my head.
He fades away. You can tell he doesn't want to be here. He is, although he is a weaver spirit now, he has told you before that he was once a spirit of the wild. And that is what he wishes to return to.
Statish, talking to Markus, Statish doesn't want to be here. And Statish says there's something unnatural deep below.
Tracks? So what are we going to do about it?
We're going to find it. We're going to ascertain the nature of it, and then we're going to make a decision from there.
Just the two of us.
Yeah, just the two of us. Consider it a bonding experience.
I don't want to bond with you.
Yeah, fucking likewise.
Alright, well, I mean, if we're going to go, we better go.
Then fucking pick up the pace. Let's go.
Meanwhile, while all that is going on, Monika.
Hello.
Hi. You have just fled from the destruction of your home and some refugees that you are attempting to help from your former sept leader at this point, Baghat. A spirit appeared to you, a spirit of a boar. Promised to take you somewhere safe. You've traveled with him through the Umbra. Now, Monika, you haven't spent a lot of time in the Umbra. It's dangerous now. You've heard stories that at one time the Umbra was as natural to your people as breathing in and breathing out. But in the modern times, it seems that the Umbra has become quite broken, as has the rest of the state of the world, even the Garu nation that has shattered. The Umbra, too, has fallen. And it's quite frightening in here. It's confusing. It's you see dangers lurking everywhere, but Boar seems steady and sure in his step. He doesn't seem to be afraid of the Umbra as he's leading you, and you've been walking for what feels like a long time. And what's interesting in here is that you entered it in Krynos form, and you haven't felt the compulsion or the need to spend any of your inner reserves to hold on to this form, although you haven't been fighting. And he hasn't spoken much, but every once in a while he looks back at you and he says, "How you holding up, kid?"
As good as I can. Considering everything, I gotta get the safety, but then I gotta get back. I gotta help. I can't.
Oh, I don't know if there's any going back to that place. Mnemosyne, I mean, she's already been corrupted by that fella up there, you know?
But there's people that I left behind. People that I promised I'd help.
I understand, and Gaia will show you the way. But for now, let's just get you somewhere safe.
All right. I trust you.
Eventually he stops, and he says, "Oh, well, that's not right.
What's not right?
There's a wall here."
Can I see the wall?
No. You don't have penumbral senses, correct?
No. Dang. Monika will kind of step up to stand next to Boar and place a clawed hand up and try to see if she can...
You place a clawed hand up, and it's like an invisible wall, like in a video game. You can't proceed further.
So this shouldn't be here, you say?
Well, it wasn't here when I left.
Do you know what could have done this?
I have a few ideas, but I think it's probably better if you hear it from some people on the ground.
On the ground? We're gonna leave the Umbra.
Yeah, I think you can walk the rest of the way. Past the gauntlet.
And we can't just break through this.
Don't worry. I have some good friends down there. They'll help you.
There's still that look of like slight unsureness, but there's that calming sensation from the spirit that she's still kind of connecting with. And okay.
He opens a portal, opens a way through the gauntlet, just to the left of this barrier that you can't pass. And Elias, as you're yelling at Markus, telling him to, get his ass moving, and Markus is being extra bitchy, probably because he's in pain. Both of you see a sort of flash of light that from behind you. Neither of you are looking in the direction at the moment. And when you turn to face the flash, you see a woman standing there, and you see the incarnation of the Grunewald Cairn spirit, Boar.
Oh, am I no longer in Krynos form?
Oh, yeah, excuse me. Yes, you see a Krynos werewolf, pardon me, and the incarnation of Boar.
Sweet.
It's Boar.
Hello, Papa.
Hi, Markus.
You are doing okay? You found a new friend?
This is Monika. I helped her from another sept. The sept is falling, like Grunewald fell. I thought you could keep her safe and help her regain her strength.
thought your kin seeking was done, old man.
Sweets' kin seeking is done. Boar's work is never done.
Okay. We'll do it.
I knew you would.
Can you not be Krinos, though? I feel like you're going to rip me to pieces.
And if you'd like to stay Krinos, Monika, you can. You can spend a point of willpower to do so, or you can drop your form.
Nah, we're dropping.
Okay.
So
you
I
drop
think
your-
she almost didn't realize that she was kind of still in that forms, considering everything. She's just been in fight or flight the entire time. Flight now.
Can I ask, as the shift occurs, what does Monika's Krinos form look like?
A lot of white fur. A lot of white fur.
You can drop your rage to 0 as you become your human self, the self that you were born as. And Boar turns around. Is going to head back into the Umbra if you'd like to say anything to him.
Timber's looking for you.
Boar stops and turns his head. I know that kid.
You should say hi. It would be good for her.
No. It wouldn't.
You can't just not visit.
I know that you look at me like Sweets, and I talk like he does. Maggie's in here too. So is Eyes of Frost. They gave up their spirits to sustain me. I need to do the work that I meant to do, that they gave their lives for. Timber. I will see Timber again. When she is ready to move forward.
You better. She's going to twist my ear off if you wait much longer.
I don't think you'll mind. And Boar enters back into the Umbra.
So, hello. I'm Monika Dunsirn.
Hello.
Nice. I feel like I've stepped into something, well, out of the frying pan and into the fire, well, out of the fire and into more fire.
As long as you didn't step in dog shit, we're cool.
Where
are we?
Before we even get to that, what's your tribe? Who are you?
Hart Warden, Philodox, from the Sept of the Glyptotech.
Can we do wits and politics for Markus and Elias?
I'm going to choose to fail here.
I just need you to roll. This is a knowledge thing. I don't need you to choose to fail or not. I just need to know. This is more me learning how much Markus knows about things.
2 successes.
Okay, so both of you have heard of the Sept of the Glyptotech. You know it's in Munich. You don't know the name of the Cairn Spirit or the Sept leader.
Yep, all the way from Munich.
All the way.
Bayern München FC. What's up? You like soccer?
That is the soccer team of Bavaria, Bayern München.
We can talk sport later. She's starting to do a few breathing exercises that she knows before finally saying, my sept has fallen to no, I don't know what a better word to say other than corruption. Not the Wyrm, but
I need you to take a deep fucking breath and then give me information, because right now you're just kind of stumbling through this, and I'm not going to lie to you, it's very difficult to follow along.
He's also kind of an asshole. Are you talking about the Hauglosk? It's a rage.
Yeah. My sep leader, Hart. He started killing. He started moving. Sorry, and she's kind of going to. He's turning it into a regime. There's no easier way to say it over there. Trying to control who Gauru lay with, and he's killing those who have any sort of relationship that he does not deem worthy. He's killing everybody that does not agree with him.
I don't suppose you can open the portal so we can go kill your sep leader.
I can't.
Oh.
Can I get one more wits and politics from Markus and Elias? Extra dot for Elias, actually. Should have given you an extra die for that one as well, too.
4 is the magic number.
Nope. Backout, you've never heard of them, Markus. You have, though, Elias. You never met him, but you know he did come to Sept of the Bloodfist once. To meet two. Would that have been? Yeah, that was before your rite of passage.
Gotcha.
He was, as far as you remember, cold, strong, Silverfang, you think? You can't remember exactly. But he was full of glory and renown, and you could see him turning fanatical, but you know he's at the very least a strong werewolf. Strong like Sweets would have been strong like Marcel.
Right, that's a fucking problem.
Yeah, he's killing refugees. There's people that I'm supposed to be protecting over there. I have to
Lower
get back.
your fucking voice. Can you? God damn it! Are you neurotic?
Are you Alrune?
Stop being both of you. Let's maybe bring it down. I thought you were supposed to be a Philodox. Maybe let's chill a little bit. Look, you're near Berlin. We kind of have our own problems to deal with right now, but we'll help you deal with that when we can. I'm sure Cascada will be cool with it if she lives or whatever.
Shut the fuck up, Markus.
Storyteller, can I increase my rage for being told to chill out after everything I just saw?
I'll allow it. Yeah.
She's gonna glare to Markus. Yes, I am a Philodox, but I also just saw people that I cared, that I was charged to protect, that I promised to see through to safety, killed in front of me. So I, understandably so, coming from my... I'm upset.
Yeah, what are you, fucking new? Welcome to the club. Welcome to being fucking guru.
I need a wits and insight from Elias towards Markus, and I need Markus and Monika a wits and insight against Elias. Extra die, Elias. Per usual.
I can't wait till we start using the fucking season 2 sheets.
Yeah, I know. Everyone made those sheets really fucking fast.
I have 0 successes. I'm gonna spend willpower to reroll 2.
Okay, you don't have to.
Fucking 1 success.
Okay, no, you don't know. However, the other two can tell that Elias is, especially now the Cascada comment has been made. Elias's worried. Elias's mind isn't here. Elias's mind is all the way back at Monse. You don't necessarily know the specifics of it, Monika, but you know that whatever's going on with Elias has nothing to do with you. That he is just lashing out because he has nothing else to lash out at. Markus, you know exactly what's going on. You know that he is just worried about Cascada, and he is not focusing on... he's not focusing on anything to do with Garu affairs, whether it is welcoming a new person into the Sept or searching for whatever is unnatural in this place. Elias is having a difficult time focusing on anything but Cascada.
You seem... And I think this is the first time where she's going to kind of realize, hey, we're back here, we're back, in reality, other people do have shit going on, so she is going to take that breath and she's just going to say towards Elias, you seem troubled. Something on your mind? Something you need to express?
What are you, my fucking marriage counselor?
It's okay to let this out.
He's just going to be an ass about it. It's his way.
I'm good.
You're not, but nobody can help you because you don't want to help yourself. So.
Correct.
What is this fucking first year of psych bullshit? Just fucking, what are we doing here right now?
We're trying to get back into the Umbra to deal with whatever is here shouldn't be here. That's what we're doing. I don't know if you forgot, but I didn't.
So let's fucking focus on that. Hey, Monika, congratulations, you've been conscripted.
All right.
You notice that this person, Markus, with the long, dark hair, not that they've introduced themselves, either of them, has horrific scarring all over them. They're still both in their lupus form, so they've been speaking to you in the Garu tongue this entire time. But this absolutely horrific scarring all over their lupus form.
I think Monika will very slowly approach and go to her knees. She is a rather petite woman, by the way, about like 5'5", wearing I guess because of Krynos, actually, probably nothing right now.
No, you can. There's a right that you can do to have your clothes. I allow you to choose whether you want to have that on all the time or not, because I think it's stupid. You have to perform the rite every time you want to fucking change your fucking clothes.
I think given the situation, having clothes is probably better than not having clothes right now. So
Timber doesn't think so, but sure.
she's wearing a very small dress with some fishnetting under it, and she's going to reach a hand up as if she wants to touch some of the scarring, but she'll hesitate. What happened? These markings, what are they?
I was possessed by a Bane. It's not a big deal.
That sounds like a big, yeah.
It's not a big deal. It's over. It's done.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I've never seen or heard of anything like this happening before, right?
You've heard of ancestral banes? Sure. You've never heard of someone being infected and living. Not being a Fomor.
Uh-huh. Okay, we'll put a pin in that.
I'm glad you're putting a pin in it. It makes me feel a lot better.
I'm glad.
What's your name? What are you called? Like, actually, what's your deed name or whatever?
I don't have a deed name. I wasn't given one. Bearcott and no one else deemed it necessary for me to have one.
Did you not, like, how long have you been like us?
So, Monika, you've been Garu for 6 years. However, the only thing that you ever were tasked with in the Sept, if you'd like to attach yourself a deed name of some kind, you were part of a pack. Of course, when you left them, they were off to be castrated, and your other pack member fled. You were tasked with killing leeches. That's what you did for the Sept of the Glyptotech. You systematically made sure that any leeches in Munich were wiped out whenever you found out they existed.
I killed leeches. That's what I was good at, but we didn't deem it, at least I didn't deem it necessary just yet to find a deed name. I've been Gauru for 6 years.
6 years and you still make people call you by the name your mother gave you?
I do what I do well, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, but what is it going to call you in the stories?
It's not for her to decide. Amen, sister. Well, let's see if we can make use of your talents.
Okay, since he is not going to do it, I'm Nebelstreif, and that is Heart Eater.
A pleasure, I'm sure.
Nice, probably
you'll
not.
make use of my skills. Are there leeches here?
We don't know what's here.
In Berlin, there are a lot of them. But
There's a fuck ton. It's a complicated issue.
we're growing a small list of them that are off limits, so
What?
A complicated fucking story. Right now we're dealing with something else. We don't know exactly what it is.
Okay, another pin then. But we are coming back to that one.
Shut the fuck. Yeah,
keep it
Make
up
a
and you're
fucking
going to
way.
have as many pins in your board as Elias.
Shut the fuck up, Marcus.
Anyway, I'm going to try and find some sort of kind of gap in this wall.
Yeah.
I would like to look around and actually like this is Monika's first time of actually taking in the surroundings.
Everyone, wits and investigation. If you're in your lupus forms or Hamid forms, the DC is going to be higher. If you're in one of your other forms, it will be a little bit lower. For no reason.
This is a 2 dice pool for me.
Do I get an extra die? For
You do.
one serpent?
The DC will
Thanks,
remain the same,
Bob.
however.
Do I get an extra die from Horny Daddy?
I want to be a wolf like my dad. I want to be like my dad. That was the funniest fucking thing.
3 successes.
3 successes, yeah. Monika, what was your roll?
None.
Okay, Monika and Monika and Markus, who are younger than you, Elias, are both sort of ineffectually looking around this barrier or this area that Markus says can't be passed through the Umbra. You can walk through it like regular people, but if you want to walk through it through the Umbra, you can't. But Elias, you don't care about that. You're not looking for the Umbra. Statish told you that it's underground, so you're just there like playing Mr. Mime at the wall, and you're like, I don't know what you're doing. So you walk past it, whatever, and you have your nose to the ground, you start smelling, and you start smelling something strange, like copper wiring burnt out. You follow it with your nose, and you come across a tight, small hole in the side of a hill that leads down. Tight and small.
I was fine until looking at
until
fucking
Avery started
Marcus.
acting really cunty.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Elias
I say
would look
tight for the
back-
claustrophobics.
Elias would look back to
The other two who are like
like
this,
yeah,
but with
and
paws
just-
and face.
and just wonder if this is what Sweet dealt with all the time, what he felt like all the time, and this is so fucking stupid. I hate them. I hate them so much. I don't know how the fuck he did this. Hey,
Hey yourself,
what the fuck are you two doing?
looking for a portal in the wall.
You look like you're fucking blind. Get the fuck over here.
Oh, he really does just like
He's just an ass.
If you're gonna talk shit, don't whisper. Do what he does. Get the
I'm-
fuck over here.
I'm not
Hurry up.
whispering. This is my normal speaking voice.
You're soft. It sounds too soft. Get the fuck over here. Let's go.
See, he's really upset that his mate is laid up and dying once again.
Shut the fuck up, Marcus.
I'm
Increase your-
trying to
increase your
help
rage, Elias.
you.
No, that's like she's looking at Marcus and she says, "No, that's understandable.
Yeah,
That's okay. This level of rage is okay with something like that. I understand."
Monika, wits and insight on Markus. Elias failed this roll. Let's try it again.
I'll make my papa so proud.
That's 6 successes on a crit.
Okay. With 6 successes, you see that Markus keeps poking at Elias about this. Now, you heard Markus say Cascada, mate dying at the cairn. He keeps poking him about this. But you can tell that when Markus says it, that his mate is dying at the cairn, there is an emotion in Marcus's voice. Markus isn't saying it to taunt him to be mean. You can tell that Markus, whatever capacity this is, you don't know the background of any of these people, but Markus cares about Cascada as well. Markus is projecting.
Well, if we are here on a mission of a sort, then we need to stop projecting onto each other. She's gonna say, looking pointedly at Markus, and we have to start working together. I just got here and I don't want to see it and see whatever I'm walking into end up just like my old sept already.
Now you're projecting.
Yeah, we're gonna be fine. Get the fuck over here. Smell this.
Both of you smell that same burnt copper smell. Like if you've ever been in a really old house and someone kept putting pennies behind the circuit breaker.
Ugh. Gross.
It's not that bad.
God, you are sick. You are so sick.
So I need to know if you're going to head down into the hole.
It's ooh, oh.
You'd have to be in lupus form. You'd have to be a little too big as a human.
And even then, it's still a tight squeeze, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Monika will shift into lupus, which
that's
is
free. You have a rage, right? That's free. You don't have to make a rage check.
Mhm.
Is your lupus form? Do you have Clement lupus?
No, I do not.
Okay. Is your lupus form white like your Kranos form?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Markus will just go down the hole.
Elias will bite his fucking tail and try to prevent him from going down.
You said we need to go. What the fuck are you
Painful
doing?
when he bites into your tail. Willpower roll, please.
Oh, God.
Monika is really just watching, like...
Monica's like, why did Boar take me here? Oh no, is Boar an
Actually,
idiot?
no. That's legitimately what Monika is thinking
Boar a
right
trickster?
now.
Or has
Spirit?
dementia.
6 successes. Okay, you're not going to suffer anything except that it hurts.
Ow, let me go. It hurts.
You don't fucking get to go first. That's not how this works.
You said to go down the hole.
Yeah, but you're fucking leaky and in pain constantly, so you're gonna take middle, and then new girl, you're gonna take rear in case anything comes up.
Her
behind
name
us.
is Monika. Don't be an ass.
Shut the
Monika.
fuck up, and I will go down the hole.
What is? You're correcting me on pronunciation. I'm just now getting a hold of my wolf tongue, please.
Okay, so Elias first, then Markus, then Monika, or the Moni. Kan Moni Saga. Okay, so you head down into the hole. Moni is a nickname for Monika. Head down into the hole. It's very tight squeeze. I need everyone to make me dexterity and athletics rolls. No extra die here, Elias.
Yeah, 2 successes.
Horned Serpent's not a gymnast. 3, 1. All right.
He's so slithery, though.
So, Elias, you make it most of the way down, but you do get stuck. And with 3 successes, Markus, you're able to slither past Elias. And Moni, you're stuck behind Elias a little ways back. You get really stuck in this slot here. But Markus, you slither like a snake. You're used to your body hurting all the time, so you contort it in a way that's not comfortable, but you're used to it at this point. So you're going to take point as you slither down. You're going to help Elias down. You're going to grab him by the mouth, grab with your mouth, grab his paw, grab him by the scruff. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get the skin just under his neck.
All right, so you're going to get down from the holes, turn around in this tunnel, sort of wiggle around in this tunnel and pull him down. Monika, you can grab onto Elias's tail with your mouth to pull you the rest of the way, which is also going to hurt.
we're good. We'll do it.
It's not going to feel great, and Markus, you pull them all down, and you all land in a cavern with a thud.
Told you should have let me go first.
Shut the fuck up, Markus. Jesus Christ.
Your body's too big. I could scouts away.
To be perfectly fair, that was a really tight squeeze.
I'm used to it being tight.
I hate you, Markus.
Does he believe that?
But you think I'm funny.
Does he believe that he hates him? Sure. Wits and insight into Elias.
4 successes.
4 successes. You don't think that he hates Markus. You think there's something in the past, either between them or around them, that has colored Elias's opinion of Markus, and he might just be lashing out at the moment. I can't give you explicit details because you don't know their backgrounds.
These Gauru need therapy, is what Monika
Well,
is
all
saying.
Garu need therapy, honestly. But, let's see, you're smart. You think, based on the fact that they're both worried about a certain person at the cairn, that one of them referred to as a mate, the other one also has an emotional response about it, you think that at one time, they might have been attracted to the same woman.
Oh. Okay. That tracks.
What is O?
No. Oh, nothing. We can put another thing we can put a pin in. It's not important, right?
Oh my god, you and your fucking pins.
Alright, let's get a look at the cavern. Let's take stock where we're at.
What's an awareness?
I would like to go to Hispo if that would be okay.
Rage check.
Or is the cavern too small? How much did the cavern open
You
up?
have a lot. You're not entirely sure, but you can stand up in here. Doesn't feel tight. Can't see anything though.
Success on the rage check.
Could I also go to Hispo?
Mhm.
That is a failure on the rage check. Well, never mind.
So never mind. You can take a bock of Hoglocks or Piranha, or you can just wait.
You know what?
I missed the temptation that had a use to give with it. This feels good.
Which one is the one that was the anger?
Hoglosk.
How glass?
I will take a Hoglosk considering everything.
And give yourself 5 rage.
Yeah! Let's go!
So, brutal outcome means you're going to do the thing, but you're not going to do it in the way that you want. And as you're all looking around quietly, trying to figure out what's going on, where you are, how big this room is, if there's anything down here, Elias, you're full of rage. You're frustrated. You're worried about Cascada, and you're just... You want to be back there, you want to be by her side, but you know those fucking leeches are back there, and whatever is here, you just want to kill it. Destroy it, whatever it is, and make it stop and go away. Just something to get the anger out. And Elias yells at the top of their lungs, "Hey! Anybody in here?" And of course, Markus, you might be thinking that's unbelievable for Elias to do something like that. That seems stupid. And then you hear, coming out of the darkness, sound of whirring. Machine noise. Something loud. And something big.
Isn't this where you and Papa killed that drone?
Yeah, it's very fucking near. Let's get ready.
That is where we're going to stop right here for a break. Hello, everybody. Back from our little bio break, and we've joined with a new guest. Hey, Az. Welcome back. As Timber shakes the trees, Red Talon Ragabash. We're going to pop over to you real quick while the other Garu of your pack are pooping their pants at the moment. You met the leeches in the cairn tonight. You helped the Dr. Leech fix Cascada, and now you are Doctor, obviously. You drove them back to Berlin with Finley and Lorelei. Lorelei decided to stay in the city because she had errands to run, but you know what that meant. And Finley drove you back to Monse. And you were excited to get back there because you assumed that Elias and Markus by that time would already be back, as they had left to not be around when the leeches were. But when you got back there, they weren't there. They hadn't, your father, Crookpaw, said that they hadn't reported back in. So you decided to strike out on your own to go find them. Following your nose, following their scent of where they should be, the path they should have taken back to Potsdam, you followed it back until you picked up their trail. And you picked up their trail, oddly, just under the shadow of the Muggleberg, just right by Kunevald, where we've already been tonight. But not in the Muggleberg, not in the cairn, but below it, in sort of the valley below it. And you follow their scent, and you come across a very small, narrow hole. It smells like burnt copper and weaver trash, and you can smell them down in there.
Yeah, so Timber is definitely in lupus form.
Mm-hmm.
Nose to the ground. And then dives in.
Okay. Dexterity, athletics, you're at rage. You should be at whatever rage you were at, which should be 1 when the leeches were there.
Yeah.
To see if you get stuck and if you can't help them for the first round.
I got 3.
3 successes. All right. So 3 successes is exactly what you needed. It's the minimum that you needed to get in there. So as the rest of you are hearing the sounds of whirring, sounds of a machine starting up, you think. It's loud, it's booming through this cavern. It's completely dark in here, though, so you can't see where it's coming from, not yet. You hear a thud land beside all 3 of you. And you turn to look close enough, you see that Timber is here.
Timber.
You're late.
Oh. No.
Yes.
There's
That's
something
not how that
coming.
works.
And you see, Timber, there is someone here you don't know. You are in Hispo form, is that correct?
Correct. So there's a giant Hispo white wolf.
Yeah.
Timber's head goes down and she starts to growl.
Monika also kind of goes into like a tail up defense position, looking at Timber.
As you start to growl, this whirring and this booming gets louder. And you see a small light coming from the left side of the cavern. It begins to illuminate the area, and you see that this is quite an expansive space. There's maybe 9-foot, 10-foot ceiling here. And the light seems to be emanating several feet up into the air.
Focus up, you two.
Does anyone shift to Krynos?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yep.
Everyone make me 2 rage checks. Timber, do you shift?
Timber would like to rage.
Okay.
Both were success.
What about you, Markus?
Not shifting yet.
Okay. Well, in Hispo form, you're still in a significant amount of pain, so give me that willpower roll, please. Krynos is the only time you are mostly pain-free. Not completely, though.
It's only been 5 minutes for Monika
Mhm.
since she was coming
Yeah.
out of all of this shit.
Yep.
Mm.
5
Here we are
successes. Enough. You don't need to lose a turn writhing around in pain. Elias, where's your rage at?
My rage is at 3.
And you have rapid shift, is that correct?
Correct.
So that's not going to take you a scene, so you can rapid shift into your Krynos. Monika, your rage?
Still at 5.
Still at 5. All right. It's going to take you a scene to shift up. Timber, your rage, please.
I am at 1 rage.
Mm-hmm. You're going to shift up to your Krynos form, is that correct?
Mhm.
You don't have rapid shift, so it's going to take you a scene. So, Markus and Elias. What you see coming out of the darkness can only be described as a mechanical spider. It's strange. Both of you are children of the 90s. You think about this weird movie that you went to the movies to see once. A movie with Will Smith and Kevin Kline. A mechanical spider person. Spider machine thing. Sort of what it looks like, except what's sitting on top of it isn't Kevin Kline, or isn't, it's not Kevin Kline, actually, it's Kevin Brana. It's it's not Kevin Brana sitting on top of it. Looks like a woman, you think? But she's obviously dead. Or was dead once. But she looks like she's been reanimated. Her eyes are illuminated. Behind her eyes, you see wires and fiberglass. And as she moves herself out of the darkness, she looks at you and she screams out of a mouth full of bolts and wires. I need both of you to make me stamina and occult rolls, please.
Do I get my extra dice for having a specialty in Garu lore?
No?
Can I have an extra die from Horned Serpent?
No. Oh, for occult. For occult, yes you can. Actually, yes you can.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking yeah. Yeah, you can. For fucking occult. God damn it. Yes, you can. I hate that. I hate that for me.
Oh, yeah, Eddie. It didn't fucking help, I'll tell you that right now.
She didn't roll super great. She didn't roll super great. This is going to be another long list of my big badass NPCs who fucking suck.
9 successes, 2 criticals.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
What about you?
1 success.
1 success. All right. So for you, Markus, the scream, you hunker down. You take your wolfy paws and put them over your ears immediately as they scream. Elias, not so quick on the draw in your Krynos form. And you are going to be blown back to the back of the cavern with the scream. And you are going to take 4 points of superficial damage because she rolled like dog dump.
How many? I'm so sorry.
4. 4 superficial damage. Markus, you may take an action now.
I would like to, for a free action, just making a rage check, use my gift Raging Strike.
Mm-hmm.
That is a failure, so I will go down to 1 rage. But I will leap at this thing and I will try and bite it in its mecha face.
It's a mecha face. All right, make me a strength and brawl, please. You should get extra die for that in this before. For a bite attack.
Yes, 2 dice.
While that roll is happening, thank you for the Wild Wild West reference.
Oh, you're welcome.
That was amazing.
I'm a child of the 90s. You're welcome.
Likewise.
I've never seen the movie. I don't want to necessarily.
Oh.
But I have seen the poster.
It's a fun movie. Wild Wild West is a fun movie.
I've seen the poster. And that's what I always remembered. As a child, seeing the poster at malls and stuff. No, I don't think I ever watched it though.
I have the theme for Wild Wild West running through my head right now.
I don't know it. 8. Okay, so you bite into this creature's mecha face. Now you're really close to it. And you can see, indeed, this person was once living, whatever they were at one time. And they have been put into the body of a bioorganic mechanical spider. You bite into it, and what secretes out of its throat are spiders. And I need you to make me another stamina and occult roll as you bite into its neck. Monika. Sorry, I'm going to start accidentally calling you Hana a lot. Monika, you have shifted up into your Krynos form. Timber, you have as well. Which actions would you like to take as you watch Elias get thrown all the way back to the back of the cavern, and you watch Markus leap up in their Hispo form and attack it?
Looking at this mechanical spider, on its legs, are there any sort of hydraulics or anything that would, like...
Yes.
I would like
8,
to...
in fact.
I would like to go towards one of the front ones and start clawing at the hydraulic system on the legs.
Make me strength and melee, please. Add 4 extra dice for Krynos form. Timber, what are you doing?
So there's 8 legs.
There's 8 legs.
There's 8 legs. I would like to use Spirit of the Fray.
Mm-hmm.
And go for the legs.
Okay, you also have something else that could help here. And I don't want to... I made this thing really bad. I don't want to lead you in any direction, but you have something that could help at least stop it from moving.
Yeah.
If you'd like to use that instead.
Yeah. I was going to go for it and then use that next time.
Okay, so you want to do Spirit of the Fray first?
Yeah, Spirit of the Fray first and then hold it down.
Okay.
Afterwards. That's my next action.
Okay, Strength and Brawl.
What was,
4
it was
extra
Strength
die.
and Brawl?
Strength and Brawl for both of no, Strength and Melee for you if you're using your claws.
Strength and Melee. Okay.
Okay, I have to rate 1 rage check per leg.
4 successes, 2 of those are teeth.
All right, we'll come right back to that.
I'm feeling skittish, so we're only going to go up to 4 legs. We're going to take out 1/2 of it.
Okay.
Okay.
So Strength and Brawl.
Okay. Strength and Brawl.
Monika. With your brutal
Brawl.
outcome, you go for one of the back legs. Because Timber's taking care of the fronts. You go for one of the back legs, and you take your massive claws in your Krynos form, you start tearing into it, tearing out these wires, these hydraulics. You hear the pumping of the hydraulics, and as you tear through one of these pumps, you're going to get sprayed in the face with something acidic and blinding. You're going to take 8 points of superficial damage.
Oh. How much extra health do I have in Krynos?
4.
4. I have 1 box of superficial left that I can take.
Before you switch over. Now, remember, you can always heal at the top of your turn. Let's all remember that. Timber.
Yeah.
I'm using a willpower. That was a garbage roll. Okay, that's 6 successes. That's something.
6 successes is enough. I needed at least 4 for you to start attacking these legs. However, because you didn't roll a brutal outcome and you're not completely seeing red, make me a Dex Athletics to see if you can also avoid being hit with this acidic whatever this is. That's afflicting Monika at the moment. 4 successes is exactly enough to dodge out of the way. You don't get hit with any of this spray of acid. Elias, you've just been smacked into the back of the cavern. You hear the fighting going on. You hear Monika screaming as if something has happened to them. What would you like to do? You can heal at the top of your turn, don't forget.
I'm going to do exactly that.
So 1 rage check to heal both of your superficial.
That's a success. So we will.
Did you have 2 or 4? You had 2, right?
I had 4 superficial.
Okay, so 2 rage checks would you can either take your whole turn and heal everything, make me 2 rage checks, or you can just heal half with 1 rage check and take an action.
I will simply heal half.
Okay.
And then I would love to take an action.
Go for
it. Everyone is surrounding it right now, correct?
Correct. Markus is up on its throat.
Okay. And it hasn't struck yet, or has it? Is it just the scream that's done damage? Yep. Okay. Cool. We're gonna fucking do Serpent's Coil and then muttering to himself that he never gets any fun.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna try and bring it closer to yourself.
No, this is gonna be restraining it.
Ah, restraining it. Okay.
Grappling it. Also success. Thank Christ. And then it's Wits and Wisdom versus its grapple, whatever you want to assign that to.
Dexterity and athletics, which is really shitty. That's a dog dump roll for it.
Fucking good.
3. It's dog dump roll.
We have to spend willpower. We have to fucking spend willpower. God damn it.
It doesn't move very fast. You say.
Much better. Fucking 4, 5, 6.
All right.
Crit.
So you're going to use Serpent's Coil and hold it in place. As long as nothing happens to you, you can hold concentration on that. Markus, what was your roll, please?
4.
As you bite into its neck, you feel these spiders start to enter into your mouth. You're going to take 9 points of superficial damage, and you're going to be knocked down onto the ground. And after you put in that damage for me, I need you to make me a willpower roll. Make this one count.
Okay. I also have a reaction gift to use here, but I will make that willpower roll first.
5 successes. Not quite enough. And I'll tell you why. As these spiders enter into your body, something inside of you begins to fight these spiders and attempt to force them out. And at the moment, you're having an internal conflict with Dark Litany versus these spiders. And Markus is writhing on the ground. What was your reaction gift?
Porcupine's Reprisal.
I will allow that to happen should Dark Litany win against the spiders.
Okay.
So, I will allow you to heal, though. That is what I will allow you to do on your turn next. Monika, you've just been severely injured by this spray of acid. Would you like to heal some of it?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I will do just the normal 2, I think,
Okay.
right now, because anything more is the full turn, right?
You can make 1 rage check to heal 2 superficial. Or is it 4 superficial with Krynos? I think it's 4,
It's
actually.
2.
Is it 2?
Yeah.
You can make 1
regenerate 2 per rage check.
1 rage check to heal 2 superficial, or you can spend your entire turn healing.
Or do 1.
Okay.
Success.
All right, so you know hitting the hydraulics might be bad. You can continue hitting them, or you can just try something else. After Timber, she will take her turn that I've been waiting on.
And Timber, were you doing the same thing as me, where you're just going for the legs?
So Timber was gonna hold it down, but now it's in Serpent's Coil, right? I see that it stopped moving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Timber's gonna Timber kill. Weaver trash kill.
Mm-hmm.
Because I also should look at my abilities, because guess who also has Spirit of the Fray?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, maybe not the hydraulic system directly, but let's see if we can cripple these legs.
Okay,
So
so you'd
we're
like
just
to
gonna
be more
bash
like
into
so you'd
them.
like to use Spirit of the Fray as more like a called shot? So not necessarily wherever the legs are, but above the hydraulics or below the hydraulics?
Well, more like, because I feel like with how I was going at it before, we were trying to claw
Well, you had a brutal
at...
outcome. So what you were attempting to do isn't necessarily what you were going to do. Just like Elias didn't mean to
Gotcha.
yell into the cavern and say, "Hey, anybody in here?"
Yeah. The idea is I just want to start bashing into the legs to cripple them. It doesn't matter where we're hitting, as long as I'm not like hitting with the one that's
Make me a rouse check for Spirit of the Fray. Or yeah. Mm-hmm. Not a rouse check, a rage check. There we go. I got it right. Shut up.
failure.
Okay, lower your rage. by 1. And make me a strength and brawl, please. Make me for 1 for every leg that you want to hit.
All right, and it's up to my glory, so that's 3.
Mm-hmm.
5 successes for the first.
It is just
One
one
roll.
roll.
Yeah, just
Oh,
one roll, and it applies to all your opponents.
Correct.
Yeah, 5 successes.
Okay. And did you make a rage check for each of the legs that you want to go for?
I got up to 4 and then was a coward and was like, 4 is good enough. 4 is good enough.
I made the other 2.
Okay. So you got 3 legs, 5 successes. All right. Hang on. I need to make a note. Timber.
Markus is on ground because of whatever that thing did, so Timber wants to rip body from legs.
All right. So we're not shutting down the technology of it. We are doing something else.
Oh, I can't use that. I can't use gremlins unless I'm in Homid or Lupus form. That's why I haven't done it yet.
But I'm not saying you have to.
I know. Yeah, I think at that point, Timber wants to kill the Weaver Trash, so is gonna go to Lupus form.
Okay. Drop to Lupus.
But then it's Charisma and Glory.
And then roll Gremlins, please.
That is 4, 6. Is that a 7 or a 1?
I need
This is 7.
I need
4.
7. I need 7 to shut it down, or a critical.
Oh man, okay. Okay, alright. Bye-bye, willpower. Bye-bye. I got 6.
6, not enough. You attempt to shut down the technology, but this technology is strange, Timber. This isn't just regular Weaver Trash. This is magic Weaver Trash. You can tell that instantly because it doesn't work like it should. Markus, you're writhing on the ground. Would you like to heal a little bit before I ask you for something?
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt 3, because I can only heal once.
Okay, so you want to spend your whole turn healing and remain writhing.
Just try 1.
Okay.
It is a success, so
Okay.
I don't drop form.
Don't drop in any rage. You may remove 2 of that superficial.
Just 1. I'm in Hispo.
Oh, that's right. You're not in Krenos. You're in Hispo. That's correct. All right. So, this fight that's happening inside of you, it hurts. It's extraordinarily painful, and you're afraid that these spiders are going to rip their way out through your scarring. In fact, you can almost feel their little legs and pincers moving their way through your skin. And you hear the voice of Dark Litany struggling. He's not laughing like he usually is. And he screams at you, "Be a wolf!"
I'll back you if you back me, old friend.
Shift, idiot.
You do your fight, I'll do mine.
Are you going to shift to Krenos or not?
I will attempt.
2 rage checks.
I only have 1 rage.
Mhm.
Both successes. We're good.
Okay, so
We're
you shift.
skirting the line, but we're good.
So you shift up to your Krenos form. Make me 1 more willpower roll. That'll come for your next turn, though, because you don't have rapid shift, I don't believe. So you're going to take a little bit to shift. Elias, you're holding this thing in place. You see Timber attempt to do something. You see that Monika's pretty good. Monika got hit, you can tell, with some sort of acidic stuff that's inside these hydraulics. Has a spray of it. You could smell their burnt fur and flesh. But they're still going. They're still fighting. That's not slowing them down. And Timber, you see, is attempted to do something. They've dropped their Krenos form, and they've attempted to do something that clearly hasn't worked, and Timber looks disappointed. Elliot, would you like to heal again before taking your action?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Raise check.
Success. And then Serpent's Coil doesn't require me to like stand by or anything like that. It has its own
No,
health
if anything
tools.
happens, I will force you to check it, but no.
Can I just get a good look at it and try to see if there's a weak point that we're not seeing or that we're not?
Sure.
He's trying to be more. He's trying to be more investigative about it. Than he
With
has
some
in the past.
technology, you can add an extra die for that, and after this roll,
Fucking horrific.
something is going to happen.
Shit.
How do you scare me sometime?
That's only 2 successes.
You have no fucking idea. Not a fucking clue. This creature, whose legs are being destroyed, who, as I've said multiple times, does not seem to be alive. It doesn't seem to be aware. It seems to be a organic thing forced and pushed into an automaton, into a machine, with the legs and makings up of a spider. And it begins vibrating, shaking. Its mouth gapes open. And these legs that you have been hacking away at sort of curl down a little bit as the back of the spider starts sticking up into the air. I need everyone to make me dexterity athletics. It's going to be harder for Monika, who's so close, and a little harder for Timber because you are also rather close. Elias is a lot farther away. Markus, you do not need to make me this roll. You can't do anything right now for me. I'll get your willpower roll in a second, though, and then you might be able to do something.
Now's the time. Now's the time we get 2 crits. You motherfucking die.
You might need it. You might need it.
Hey, so I'm doing a willpower. I'm
9 successes.
That is exactly what you needed. Exactly.
4 successes.
Not enough.
8.
Sick.
Not enough. So, and yours, Elias, you're farther away. You would have needed at least 6. Timber and Monika needed at least 9 because they are much closer. You watch this thing vibrate and sort of lean forward, this human woman figure lean forward, and what comes up behind her is like a bulbous appendage that she has back there. It shoots up. Monika and Elias get stuck with these sticky spider webs that immediately stick you to the bottom of this cavern. You cannot move, and it hardens almost instantaneously. Timber, you easily dodge out of the way of it, and Elias, I need a check on that serpent's coil. Make me that wits and wisdom roll again. Or not wits. Is it wits and wisdom?
Wits and wisdom.
Yeah. Ooh. Markus, your willpower roll, please.
8 critical.
8 is enough as you stand up in your Krynos form and you lean forward. Timber, you watch him lean forward and expel these spiders out. He vomits them out of his body. And you may heal again, Markus, if you like.
Can I also make that porcupine's reprisal roll
Yes. You may do both.
now? Okay.
Elias.
4 for the coil.
Barely enough to hold it in place. But you cannot move, and neither can Monika at the moment. Even in your Krynos forms at the moment. I'll let you make an attempt in just a second.
So I passed a rage check for porcupine's reprisal.
Mm-hmm.
And I will reflect 2 superficial damage equal to my glory.
Okay. Can you describe what it looks like? What your version of Porcupine's Reprisal looks like?
I think as Markus vomits forth these spiders, his eyes spark that sickly green, and the scars light up for a moment with balefire as tendrils of balefire reach out and rake over its body.
She doesn't scream. This thing doesn't make any noise. This thing feels no pain. Markus. It's an abomination, but it's worse than an abomination. It's a machine made of flesh and steel. You look around, you see Timber is there in their lupus form. They've dropped their Krynos, which means, they need to do drastic things to dig deep down and get rage. And you see that Monika and Elias are stuck to the ground. I'm gonna swing over to Timber. What is your action, Timber?
This is the 3rd time in a fight where Timber has lost her rage in an attempt to help, and it hasn't worked.
You can attempt it again.
I have no rage.
You can take a dot.
So it
Harano or Hoglosk? We'll give you 5 rage now.
It'll be Harano.
Okay. Check a box of Harano. Give yourself 5 rage. If you're going to shift again, it's going to take a scene. Or it's going to take a turn, rather.
Nope, because we're going to try Gremlins again.
All right. I'll allow it. Markus, what are you doing?
Nice.
You may use your Garu lore now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to suss this thing out.
What is that specialty under? Insight?
Halt.
What's in a cult?
That's 5. Okay.
And for thematic reasons, just so everyone remembers, when you're in your Krynos form, your ability to speak is ugh, essentially.
Okay.
Single word yelling. Even the Garu tone.
I'm gonna need finger wiggles because I'm at 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 5. All right.
DC for this is 7 to shut the technology down.
I know. I have 3. I just need 2 more. I just need 2 more. Just 2 more. God, I got 1 more.
It's not enough. You try again, Timber. And you come to the conclusion that this thing is not regular technology. It can't possibly be.
I burned 1 more willpower to see. I only need 1 more success.
I'll allow it.
Okay. Who needs willpower? It's fine. It's fine. I got 1 more success!
Dig deep into your inner reserves. You want this to work so badly. Ask Griffin for help. You ask Gaia for help. You ask Sweets for help. And you watch the lighting of this mechanical creature extinguish. And you hear a very loud excess of steam or some sort of noise, and then a loud kerplunk in the darkness. Now you can no longer see. Markus, your roll was 7, is that correct? You don't know what the mechanics of this creature is. You've never heard of something like this in the way that has been presented to you, in the way that you're fighting it. However, your father was someone who experienced many things of the was a Garu for many, many years, much longer than he ever should have been. And you know he told you stories that at one time, the world was populated with not just shape-shifting wolves, but many creatures who could shift. One of those creatures were spider shapeshifters, Anansi. These creatures were called Fera. And at one time there was a great war. The Garu killed them, almost all of them, killed them almost to extinction. For a long time they thought they were extinct. However, your father learned that some survived. The War of Rage, they called it. This thing, whatever it was once, was just like you. A shifter. What it is now, you couldn't possibly say. But it is beyond dangerous.
How vulnerable does it look now?
You can't see it now. The lights are out.
Okay.
I need a decision made. Quickly. You have 2 packmates trapped underneath thick webbing. Now you can't see them. And Timber is in their lupus form.
I think that Markus will try to find Elias in the dark.
Mm-hmm. For
And we'll
what
try
purpose?
to put him out. We'll try and break the web.
All right. Make me a wits and awareness. Timber, what are you doing?
Can Timber howl for the moon? Because I have silver light.
Well, I'm really glad you remembered that.
Yeah.
Yes, you may.
So Timber sits down, having just called on Gaia and the moon and Sweets, and sings again.
Did I give you a gift roll for that? Because I will know if I did not.
All I know is you said honor. I don't know anything else.
Charisma and
So-
honor.
Charisma and honor? Okay.
Monika, would you like to attempt to get out?
Yes, please.
Strength and athletics. Elias, would you like to attempt to get out of this this webbing crack?
First thing Elias is doing is activating Eyes of the Owl.
Oh, it allows you to see in the dark. Well, right now you're on your back, so you can see the top of the cavern pretty well.
Yep. I can't move my head or anything at all.
No.
Like full webbed. Okay. Yep. We're gonna pry myself out of this web.
Strength and athletics.
Hey, I'm real good at that.
Markus. Too hard to find in the dark. Not with 3. You're stumbling around. You can't see anything. Timber. 4 successes. You begin your howling. I will let you know if that's successful in just a second. Monika?
Critical 6.
Yes. All of you hear a cracking sound and the sound of Monika struggling, but you're breaking it apart. It's going to take another minute to break it apart. Elias?
That's a crit, but all 3 of my fucking rage die are on teeth.
All right, so that's a
that's
brutal
crazy
outcome. So as
The
you
most
hear,
brutal about
as
that.
you hear Monika sort of like cracking and being more methodical, trying to just break each appendage apart, Elias, you just burst forth out of this webbing and you scream at the top of your lungs. Did it again. Screamed at the top of your lungs in this cavern. You have Eyes of the Owl activated, is that correct?
That's correct.
So you can kind of see this before the silver light starts streaming in through that hole that you all came through as Timber is singing nearby it. Singing a song calling for the moon's light to allow you to see in the dark places. You see a horrific sight, Elias. The cavern is filling up with massive, bulbous, dripping spiders. Hundreds are pouring out of this thing's backside.
Elias will fucking yelled twice already. Let's make it a third. Yell run.
You yell run, and Timber, you stop singing for the moon as the cavern starts becoming illuminated. It's quite small because it's streaming in through this open hole. And all the rest of you, Monika, as you break the last piece of your webbing free, and Markus, as you're stumbling around in the dark, you see the spiders. Just like the ones that crawled down your throat, Markus. Streaming at you, hundreds of them. And Elias yells run. And I'm going to ask, Markus, do you run?
Yeah. Markus will drop to Lupus form and begin to run.
Dexterity athletics. Monika, are you running?
Yeah, this is a losing fight. We gotta live to fight another day. We're gonna as we like pull ourselves out of the webbing, we're gonna immediately shift down into Lupus and start sprinting.
Dexterity athletics. Timber, you're already in Lupus. Are you running? Dexterity athletics. And Elias, you dropping to Lupus?
I have to.
Dexterity athletics. 3, 1, 4,
5 on a crit.
5. Elias screams run. With rapid shift, drops immediately to Lupus and races for the hole. First one in. And starts scrambling up the way that you came. Monika, you're close to the hole. You're quickly following behind him. You're going up, scrambling right behind Elias. Elias is moving fast. Maybe he's really afraid of spiders. Markus, you're next. You head up in there. 3 successes. Hurts. It's painful. Willpower roll, please. Back in your Lupus form. 5 successes. Don't have to stop to ride. It's hurt. It's painful, but you are able to crawl. Timber. 1 success. You waited for everyone to go in the hole before you went in. You're the last one in there. But you're not fast enough. You had to wait for everyone to go in first. And the spiders start crawling in behind you, biting at the back of your legs, and your tail. You're in your lupus form, is that correct? You do not have any additional dots for health. Alright. 6 points of superficial damage as these spiders bite deeply into your legs and your tail. And you hear Timber screaming. Markus, you are the one right in front of Timber. Screaming in their lupus form. Yelping. Something's going on. Something's going wrong.
Markus is going to try and worm his way around and get a hold of Timber and back out.
Alright. Make me a strength and athletics, Markus. Timber, make me another dex athletics. I need a cumulative 8 successes for Timber to not continue being bitten, to be able to shake off these spiders. While Monika and Elias make their way out, they were ahead of you. 5. None.
I do have dice left. I think I'm going to spend a willpower I have and try and fish for 8. That is another critical, so that gets me another 4. So that takes me to 9.
Alright. Damn. I'd have loved a scene of Timber dying. Anyway, because I'm mean like that. You start pulling on Timber, but you realize you're not being fast enough as these spiders continually start digging deeper into Timber. And Timber is losing strength, losing stamina against the painful bite of these spiders. And you say anything to Timber before you forcefully pull them in front of you?
Eyes on me. I've got this. It's just pain. Pain fades.
Timber's just whimpering and screaming.
Have them by softest part of their throat, but you're trying not to hurt them, and you force them forward, upwards above you. It takes an extreme amount of strength. Willpower roll. This is fun for me. 4 successes. Barely enough. Hurts, it's painful. As the rest of you get out of the hole, you see that Timber and Markus still aren't out. You look down into the hole, you see Timber crawling painfully up and out of this hole. You can see that they have huge welts on the back of their tail, little red legs and red tail. And Markus comes out as well, eventually, and he looks like he is in significant amount of pain, and he almost rolls over on his back in his lupus form.
Collapse the tunnel now.
Yeah, Monika will go towards the tunnel and start beating the crap out of it, trying to collapse it in itself.
So I do have rage now, so I would like to use Guy's Embrace to just push the tunnel down together.
I will allow it.
Okay.
I will allow it. You're injured. You're in aggravated damage, but I will allow it.
Yeah, Timber just like there's a powell that rips from Timber that is just broken and strangled as the tunnel just himself for rage. I passed.
That works. Okay.
I think Markus will go to Hamid form and just lay in the grass.
Timber's going to Hispo so that I can heal.
Make me as many rage checks as you need in Hispo.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, that sucks so bad.
Failure.
Elias is pacing and
Failure.
still in lupus, just gnashing his teeth and growling and just.
Failure.
It looks kind of rabid, I think is a good term.
doesn't feel good to lose. As Garu, you should be used to losing by now. You've heard enough from your elders that the apocalypse has been lost. You lost the war. And Guy is dying. And these small battles don't feel good to lose either. Because in the grand scheme of things, it just solidifies the fact that you are fighting that losing battle.
So how rage checks for aggravated, right?
Mm-hmm.
For regeneration, okay.
3.
Yeah. Ember is fully healed and is now stuck in Hamid form.
Perfect. Now, as a reminder to everyone, Markus, you have information now that the rest of your pack probably doesn't. There is someone here, Timber, that you don't know, and Timber, you also have information to give to the rest of your pack about the night's occurrence. And also, of course, maybe you should talk about the crazy mechanical spider under the ground. Right next to Kunevald.
What was that?
It was another one of the Farah. There's a changing breeds. The way Papa told the story is that they was the first. The Anansi, the spiders.
Weaver trash.
That thing was
Body.
mechanical.
Too bad you're not the weaver, though, huh, Elias?
Elias is non-responsive. He's just, again, rabid, fucking furious.
It's just one fight. There will be another.
Monika, her lupus forms, white fur, now covered in a combination of sticky stuff, acidic remains, and her own blood, is going to, almost in a whimper, because she's not doing great right now. Do we have any place where we can go to? I need. Oh God, just any safe place.
No pup? No?
Not a pup. Boa brought her here.
Monika. I would say it's a pleasure, but ow.
It is not. What? How did Borg look? What did he say? What? Tell.
And like Timber's like scrambling up on her knees now and just staring at Monika.
Tell. How the sound? Where?
He's fine, Timber. He's ranging again.
When I'm feeling better, we can talk more. But I fought, like, how long has it been now? I don't know. I fought my sept leader. I'm here now. I'm not in Munich anymore. I fought a giant spider. I'm about to die. You're
not going to die. Pain is temporary for you.
Beer City?
What? Oh. Yeah, sure.
Munich is the beer city. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Timber needs to go change out the IV bag. Make sure you don't mess up with the line.
What?
You'll get used to it.
Timber doctor now. And she kind of stands up and brushes herself off.
We need to go home.
I think this would snap Elias out. What happened?
You cannot see Cascada right away.
Why?
You're dirty.
The spirits on your skin will infect her again.
Timber, what the fuck are you talking about?
Sanitary. You have to keep the area sanitary, otherwise it's going to get bad again. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Obviously, Timber is your doctor. You should probably listen to her, right?
Monika, shut the fuck up.
Okay, maybe.
Timber is speaking in a voice that the two of you who know Timber don't recognize. When Timber is saying you have to keep the area clean, do you understand what you're saying to me? You don't recognize that. You know, you've gotten used to Timber imitates people, right? With Crow's laughter. But you don't know that voice.
They had to take out the flesh and then put the flesh back together, and now she rests and
Is she okay? Is she
Well-
okay?
has got made sleeping, made heal,
But he fixed it.
made heal.
You can stop being an ass about it now.
But you have to go take a shower. Especially with all the goo. That probably has many bad spirits in it.
Is it called germs, Simba? Bacteria?
Yes, Timber knows.
Okay, alright.
Bad spirits.
And everyone heal up if you can. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go home. And Elias will immediately use Mind Speak.
With whom are you speaking?
He's trying to contact Cascada.
Point of willpower.
Oh god, my last one. I'm impaired now.
Yes, Monika.
Could I use my Moonriled right now
Yeah.
to get rage?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, you spent your point of willpower and you're reaching out to Cascada. Mhm. She does answer you. What do you say to her?
Baby, are you alright? Can you hear me? Talk to me, please. Please talk to me.
Elias. I am. I don't know what happened. Timber tried to tell me, but I didn't understand.
Sweetheart. Oh, sweetheart.
I can't move, and I have a very large incision in my stomach, and Timber says some of my intestines were in a bucket. But I'm
Oh
alive.
god. Do you feel any better? Do you feel you're coherent? You're
I'm very, very tired. But I don't feel like I'm dying anymore.
good. Good.
Will you come home?
I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm gonna see you as soon as I can, okay? I'm coming home.
I'll be here.
I love you.
I love you. Come home.
And he will look to the fucking makeshift pack. We ready?
Guess as ready as I'm going to be. Where are we going?
We're going home.
Monse. It's okay, you'll be safe, it's fine. And Markus will push himself up out of the grass and walk over to Timber and hold a hand out. Can I hold that?
Timber will help get Marcus home.
Sounds
Which
good.
leg did they bite? And she's gonna kind of put her arm under Marcus's shoulder and like walk beside him.
That
Well-
was so ass.
What?
It's a fight. That was not fun. Not a good time.
We were trash corrupted, bad time.
Even when they were shifters, they belonged to the Weaver.
We were trash.
There are things that the Weaver holds in place that are not horrible, Timber.
You puked up spiders.
Yeah, it was very unpleasant, but spiders catch flies, and flies are real enemy, no?
At least not Fomor.
I'm really glad that everyone is alive. Can we save the philosophy lesson? Let's get the fuck out of here.
You make your way back slowly, painfully, together, all of you, back to the cairn. You look terrible for wear. And the first person you see upon entering into the cairn is Pinecones. Pinecones is in his lupus form, and he runs up to you, Timber, and he says, 2 legs.
2 legs. Every time. Fight. 2 legs. Stupid. Timber hates it here. Timber is so bad at being wrong.
It's because you Ragabash. Should have been
It's
Arun. You
because
should have
your
held on
face,
and waited.
She's gonna tackle it.
And then he looks over at you. Who you? New pup?
Not pup.
Not pup. Hi, I'm Monika, and she will finally, at that point, just shift back to Hamid form.
Mm-hmm. 2 legs. Why everyone likes
Yes.
2 legs so much?
Shut your face. The
Make
tongue
me.
out of the mouth again.
Are they lupus
And
form?
just
Monika's like, oh god.
Yeah, they're lupus one. Don't worry about it. You get used to it.
Oh no, that's fine. We had a few.
Had past tense.
I don't know who's alive and who's dead. I wasn't kidding.
We just lost 3. I understand.
So sorry.
Everybody loses someone.
We lose a lot.
Elias, are you making your way right over to the cabin?
Yeah, absolutely. Then yes.
Are you going to? Are you going to do what Timber said, or no?
I will haphazardly splash water on myself, but he is gonna go
Soap.
see Cascada.
soap.
All right. So Timber, are you going to force Elias to be sanitary?
Yes.
Okay.
Timber is doctor now for Cairn. No longer Wormfoe
Who
Elias.
told
back.
you that? Who? What are you talking about? What? I'm sorry. What? Hold on. What?
Oh, yes. Timber doctor now. Timber learned all human magic from Leech. Now Timber doctor. Timber has the qualifications, and she pulls out a Rolex from her pocket.
Oh my god. Where the fuck did you get this? What is this?
It's a
Timber?
watch.
You say you learned from a leech?
Yes.
I told
can't-
you we have an untouchable list.
Not untouchable. Timber did make sure that Leech knew that if Cascada gets sick again, I hunt him down where he sleep and eat him alive.
So you let leeches here?
Is that going to be
Listen.
a problem for you?
There's no such thing as a good leech.
That's not for you to decide.
There are certain problems that mutually assured destruction.
Okay, I'm learning a lot. A lot's happening. I need a beer. I need something.
There is beer and banana juice in the hall. Timber will show you how to eat. Now put soap on hands. You have to scrub for at least 10 seconds. Get under the nails. Make sure you get between the fingers, okay?
God, all right, Mom. Fuck. And I will wash my hands.
As that's going on, and
Doctor!
and Monika, you wander over to where Timber pointed, where there's supposed to be beer. You see as a cantina over there. Markus, you're sort of just hanging back in the cairn. You're in a lot of pain. You've seen something horrific. And who approaches you is someone you actually haven't seen since before you were ill. Is your sister Talia, your baby sister, with her one milky eye, scar across it. Long dark hair, just like Tiara, just like her mother. Your
Hello,
mother.
Schwesterchen.
You're looking worse for wear, brother.
I feel like shit.
You look like shit.
Better to look like shit and be alive than look like shit and be dead, I guess.
And she comes up to you and puts her arms around your neck. Hugs you close.
I'm sorry I couldn't join in the fight sooner.
I'm sorry that this happened to you, Markus. All of it.
I'm not.
No, you wouldn't,
I don't-
would you?
I learned something incredibly important in the last few days. All pain is fleeting. It comes and goes.
Yeah, that sounds like someone who put a bunch of holes voluntarily into their face would say.
Yeah. You should still let me tattoo you. I think you would look sick with the neck piece.
Pass.
How are things going in the city? What happened here while we were gone? Well, Elias was taking me on a little broad trip, I guess.
The leeches came.
Is that okay?
I'm not a fan. They fixed Cascada. One of them is weird about the glowing woman.
Okay.
Hard Rain is getting especially protective of her. It's unsettling. But the most unsettling thing is we brought them to Grunewald, or at least Finley did, to see if they could do anything about the ghosts, and they took something out of our cairn, out of our home, Markus, where we grew up.
There's a lot of valuables there, so I can't imagine it was something of extreme material worth.
Do you remember Mama having a crown?
Well,
You're older than me.
Not until you said something about it. She said she brought this from France. Where she was from.
The leeches have it now.
Is it going to be a problem?
I hope not. Pinecones and I are heading back into the city, maybe tomorrow morning. We're going to be watching her very closely at her occult shop.
It's the one you were born next to.
Yeah. I hate that fucking place.
Should burn it down, then.
I might.
And if you need a hand, I know you don't need a hand, you've always been a bit of a firebug, but if you want a hand, just for fuck's sake, I'm down to clown.
She takes your face in her hands and presses her forehead against you. Just take care of Tiara.
What, is she pregnant again?
You know she's pregnant. Have you forgotten already?
I'm sorry, substantial blows to the head and vomiting spiders we met in Anansi.
What?
No. In the ground, in the shadow of the Mugelberg, there's some kind of place. There's a wall in the Umbra. I couldn't. Can you step sideways? The way
Yeah.
Papa talked about it.
No, Yasmin can. I can't.
Yeah, I tried to get through that way, and I just sort of hit a wall. And then we climbed in a tunnel. We later had to collapse, and it was waiting there for us. Is there something going on there, Tiara?
Talia. You must have really gotten hit hard in the head.
Yeah, I'm really fucked up, actually.
Go see Tiara, let her heal you.
I'm not sure I'm ready to have that conversation. She hurt Papa's feelings very bad before. And I don't think I'm quite ready to let that go.
Markus, Tiara told me that you brought her prenatal vitamins the other night. What are you talking about?
And I saw him more today, and it brought some things up I don't think I've all the way dealt with.
Okay. Look. The leeches have decided they don't want our help with the Shadow Bane. But, that doesn't sit right with us. We played nice because we didn't want to, be dishonorable by slaughtering them here in our cairn.
Talia, what would we even do with it?
I don't know, but do you think the leeches should have it?
I'm already at risk.
What do you mean?
I still hear Dark Litany. I can't be close to Wyrm artifacts. Look, you're stubborn. I know I'm not going to be able to say anything to convince you that you're not right, because usually you are. I just don't see it. But I think you all should spend your time doing something else. And take that for what it is. I'm just a new pup Black Fury, but just there are other things to spend your life doing, Talia.
My life is devoted to Gaia, and what that Shadowbane can do. Have you ever heard of a Sealy Court?
And fairy tales.
Strangest conversation I had about a week ago was with someone who said that the Sealy Court was fleeing Berlin.
That varies to the list then.
They said because a darkness is coming that will extinguish all life.
There's always a darkness coming. We've been fighting it since prehistory. What's new?
Yeah. And that's why we're in Berlin and you're here.
I think if I would have turned earlier, I probably would have been a part of your pack, not this one.
Oh god, what a terrible thought.
What, you don't want to be locked in an apartment with your brother?
With Bertrand? Sure. And then she kisses you on the nose. She's quite shorter than you.
You're such a dick sometimes.
She just keeps walking. Monika, you head over into the cantina here, and you see that there is beer, in fact. It's chilled as well, set up here. And there's a woman who's sitting there, and she seems to be, she has a little bit of a bump, and she has 2 children sitting on her lap.
Hello.
Strange, Monika, to see children at the Sept and someone pregnant.
Monika's gonna get a beer first. She's gonna
Yeah, it's a munch, so it's like a radler. It's not anything hard. Not a
We'll have to work on that.
Pilz or a lager or anything like that.
We'll have to work on that. She's kind of just like, as she's like pouring her beer, she's kind of just like, I can't think of a better word other than just staring at them. I didn't expect to see. I mean, I saw a vision, but I didn't expect to see children here.
And this woman, she has very long, dark hair. And she says, my name is Tiara. I'm the Right Master, and you are?
Monika Dunsirn, from the One More Time hoodie.
Glyptotech.
From the Glyptotech.
Oh, Münchener Dame from Munich.
Yeah.
Well, you are very welcome here. You should introduce yourself to our Sept leader, but she's convalescing at the moment. Are you all right? You look quite injured.
I just need to sit down and have a drink and not think about things for a little bit, I think.
Sure. You're perfectly welcome to. This is Jürgen, and this is Leah. My children.
Hello. So nice to meet you. There's still like an awkwardness about her. She's saying this, but she's
they're roughly about 10 years old. And they sort of look a little sheepishly at you, like they're used to having the same people around all the time and not used to new people.
May I sit?
They sort of, yeah, sure, whatever.
And yeah, she'll sit and just start sipping from the beer, and she's gonna just... It's interesting, you're pregnant, too. Congratulations.
I've never heard someone describe a pregnancy as interesting, but thank you.
I mean, I didn't really get to see that from where I was from. It wasn't really allowed.
Oh, I see. The old rules of the litany.
Yeah. Something along those lines.
Both of my parents were Garu, so if that was a part of any place they were, they wouldn't have stayed there very long.
I can see that. And it is a welcome surprise to see that there's a sept that actually exists that seems to allow for happiness to exist.
This is a sept led by a child of Gaia. If anything, she would love for humans and wolves to cooperate.
Then my suggestion is never go to Munich.
I've never really felt the inclination. I'm rather happy just on the outside of Berlin. You drink your beer, and when you finished it, I'll take you to see Cascada. Wash your hands, otherwise Timber's going to get upset.
Oh, yes. Good thought there.
Mm-hmm. So you finish your beer, and Timber, you have scrubbed Elias from head to toe, practically. Mm-hmm. And as you head over to the cabin with him, you see that your father is standing outside the cabin, Crookpaw, and he just sort of... You'll look tired. Daughter, you fight. Good fight? Bad fight?
Bad enemy. Bad fight.
Mm-hmm.
Need plan for fight going forward.
Well, you brought Wormfoe back, so Wormfoe make plan. Wormfoe, you... Alright?
Yeah, how is she doing?
She's resting, but you can't go in. Have you been... What is word, Timber? What?
Sanitized.
You've been sanitized?
Yes, she scrubbed every fucking inch of me with soap. Hair
Good,
included.
good. You do that every time you go in and out.
Until
Infection.
Infection. Once the incision is closed, it'll be a little bit easier.
I'm so glad that both of you picked up medical advice from this doctor.
Daddy Crookpaw, not very, not want to listen, but will do because Cascada.
Yes.
That is agreement. That is pact that was made.
Yes.
Excellent.
Timber needs medical supplies, and then we'll leave you with mate. No strenuous activity.
Oh, okay. Sure. And he'll go inside a bit confused.
You head inside.
Being a doctor now.
The first thing that you experience is this rush of cleaning chemicals that hits you right directly in the face, almost burns your eyes a little bit. This place has been scrubbed. It's the cleanest you've ever seen any cabin out in the woods in your life. There's also some things that are nearby Cascada, like sweet-smelling flowers and some incense that you recognize that obviously comes from Lorelei. That has made the place smell a little bit better closer to her, but she's sitting up. She has a lot of heavy bandages around her stomach. She's sitting up, she's propped up on pillows, and she has a quilt around her, but she is coherent, and she is awake, and she has a healthy glow to her skin. She doesn't look like she's dying anymore.
Oh, lovely.
Well, you look very clean.
I am. I promised I would be.
She holds a hand out to you.
We'll go over to her and immediately drop to my knees beside her bed, taking her hand.
She takes her other hand and moves it through your hair. I'm so sorry that I worried you so much.
None of this was your fault. None of this was your fault. How are you feeling?
My body is healing, but my soul is crushed. I couldn't stop the dancers. I couldn't stop Viomini and Provan and Speaks with Spirits from losing their lives. I couldn't help you in the fight with Marcel. I couldn't do anything. Nothing.
None of this is your fault. None of this is a failure on you. This is we support one another. This whole sept, me and you, everyone, we lean on one another.
I don't know if I'm fit to lead anymore. I might be fit to lead Elias in times of peace. But in times of war, I don't know.
This is everything you built. You built this place. No one else could lead this.
I love you. I will
I love
always...
you.
I will always fight to stay here with you and fight for Gaia, always. So I need you to do something for me, and I hate to ask because you've already done so much.
I will do anything for you. Anything.
When you've had time to heal, as I can see that you were, if not physically injured, emotionally injured, I need you to get together with Tiara and Crookpaw and your pack, discuss whether or not a different leader is needed at Monse.
No one is going to... No one is going to vote you out.
I need you, Elias, to do this. Not for me. Not because you love me and because everyone here cares about me. I need you to do it for Gaia. Please.
I'll do this for you. I just want to be with you right now.
And she sort of painfully moves herself slightly to the right on the bed and invites you to come and lay up on with her.
Lay next to her. And he'll just hold her and then eventually kind of have just put his hand in his pocket and fish around for the last thing that Sweets gave him. Just kind of touch his fingers to it.
So that was the note? Was that what was the last thing Sweets gave him? Was it a ring? Ah,
It was the engagement ring that
see,
Sweets
yes, I
gave
remember
Maggie.
that now. It's only been like 6 months. All right. So, as this is going on, and Timber, you are speaking with your father, and you're gathering medical supplies. Markus, you stumble your way into the cantina, where you see that Monika is just silently drinking a beer, and Tiara is there with Jurgen and Leah. And of course, when Jurgen and Leah see you, they immediately bright up. But you notice Tiara hold on to them slightly, and she leans down. She says, "Remember what I said?
It's all right.
Uncle Markus has chronische Schmerzen. You can't jump on him like you used to." And they get off of her lap and they come over and they sort of hug you gently around the legs.
Crouch down. Now, how have my favorite niece and nephew been today?
We were a little scared when we heard that there were vampires here.
Was they frightening to look at?
Mama kept us hidden in the cabin. She used that thing that she does so that you can't get in.
And you did not get to see them?
No.
I wonder what they might have looked like.
Well,
What?
no, we don't want to think about it. It's scary.
Oh, I see. However, every story about heroes needs its monsters.
Vampires are monsters, not werewolves.
That is what I
Very
mean.
correct.
We are the heroes. We are the heroes, you see.
When you say very correct, Jurgen looks at you and he's like, "Have you killed a vampire before?"
Quite a number.
She's going to be staying here. Mama said so.
Yes. I suppose that is so if Cascada wants it. After I talk to Mama and Moni, then how about we go and we throw a ball for a while? How does that sound?
It's... Okay. Maybe we'll play with timber and pine cones. They don't hurt like you do, Uncle Markus.
You're not going to break me. Despite what your mother might say. I'll be alright. I still have some of the old moves. You know I can wrestle you both at the same time.
Okay.
I would like it to be noted that Monika is exceptionally watching this conversation. Because this is
like a single person at a bar just creepy watching someone else's conversation.
no, like somebody like honestly, I can't think of another example other than, somebody who's never seen something like this before taking it in. You know what I mean? Like Monika, there's never been kids in a cairn with her before. There's never been familial bonding like this with anybody that she's seen in a cairn that wasn't already like an adult and also not actually like siblings or related.
Jurgen is a little freaked out by you looking, and he sort of keeps side-eyeing you, and he's like, I'm gonna go find Timber. And he
Can
just...
you do me a favor, Jurgen?
Sure.
And he'll reach in his pocket and he'll pull out a few sticks of cinnamon gum. Would you chew a few of these and then make sure they make their way to the bottom of your father's shoe? I think he'll think it's a funny prank.
Okay, that's a weird request. And Leah sort of tugs down on your jacket. She wants to whisper something in your ear.
What is it? What is a Liebchen?
Guess how many boyfriends I have?
7.
Yep. And then she walks out.
I hope you realize that payback is, what is the phrase? A bitch, sister.
I was never like that, Markus, and you know it.
No, but you wanted to be. Come sit down beside her, and he'll look at her very frankly.
She looks ill.
What's wrong? What's wrong with you? You look sick. Why? Is it a morning sickness?
Yeah, it's awful early. Still in the first trimester, and I'm very sick.
Do you need to go see a doctor?
Oh, you know I can't do that. What if they see little paws on the ultrasound?
I'm sure if you give your he's still your husband, yeah?
Yes.
I didn't want to assume. I know relationships are messy. I assume if you give your husband some time to look, he can find an OBGYN hen that is a girl.
Oh, didn't you hear? Timber's going to be the new doctor, and she sort of leans back against the bench. It's uncomfortable for her to sit here.
Oh, did I? But we don't have an ultrasound machine here, so I imagine a given time I could get you one.
Is Timber not normally the doctor? They seem to know what they were talking about.
No, this is a relatively new development.
And
Got
Timber, you enter into the cantina, and you hear that they are talking about you.
She's been looking for Markus.
It's in the cantina.
There you. Turn around.
Hands up above my head.
No,
Oh.
out. I need to see limbs.
I was just going to have Tiara take care of it really quick.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to. You smell awful, by the way.
Yeah, we scrapped with a fucking Anansi. Is that real?
So what was Timber doing?
Who are you, Papa? You're going to be our new doctor, I have heard.
Oh, yes, Timber is doctor now.
You may remove 3 points of superficial damage. Oh, excuse me, 4 points. Superficial damage.
Roger. Monika.
She can walk over and do that to you too, Monika. Do that again.
Yeah, Monika is sitting at 3 health right now.
Whoa, she did way better for Monika. 4, 5, 6.
I'm back to full.
Monika.
Yeah.
Can you please not talk about killing vampires with my niece and nephew? They're just kids.
I did not get into any of the gruesome details, but I'll make a note. I was asked a question.
I cannot speak for my sister, but I would like killing to be the furthest thing from their minds while they have time.
Forgive me, this is all relatively new to me.
I'm not
They-
upset. No need for forgiveness. It's just an ask. I
Timber,
swear, I'm not the asshole all the time.
Timber needs you to open mouth. Ah.
And she's gonna take a look and see if there's any damage from the spiders or anything. If there's any goo. If there's a smell of rot. It's fine.
It does. His breath smells really terrible, actually. And there is some scratch marks down his throat from the spiders.
Maybe wash it out and that will help heal.
Yeah, I'll see.
I'm sorry, Marcus. If I was feeling a little better, I'd be able to do more. And
You're
at this point, Elias, Cascada has fallen asleep, and your stomach is growling so ferociously you think it might wake her up, so you may also join them in the cantina.
Yeah, he will leave her side, and then probably kick himself a little bit for not being a little more brave.
So
And then
I'll have a
join them in the cantina.
Yeah, you may grab some food that's here, and you may have a final conversation. Tiara is also in this room, as I mentioned, and as I said, she's pregnant. She's not feeling very well. You don't see Finley anywhere here. You don't think he's in the care.
maybe have Lorelai make tea when she returns from her errands.
Oh, yes. I can make my own tea, actually. I'll do that now. And she
Dispose-
walks over to the cupboard.
All right, you will clean, and she's gonna take like a rag and kind of like clean off Marcus as best she can. There, you look better. Here, and Timber's gonna reach into her pocket and pull out. If I remember it, it's just a gaudy silver ring, like not.
Yes.
And she's gonna put it in Marcus's hand. This is for Marcus, and Timber will get crowned back.
Actually, Tiara,
Yeah,
do you remember that crown Mama had?
I do. I don't.
She told me once she brought it from
Yeah. in Frankreich.
Annihilator's home.
In Frankreich,
Anni-
I know.
Annihilator wore crown of silver fangs.
Yes, our grandfather.
Spirits were tied to crown. The leech will break the bond so that they can rest. She was talking to Karen spirits, so she had to leave. We went to Grunewald.
These leeches, they deal in the lower umbra that is below what Garu deal with. Spirits of
Yes.
the dead.
And this, the sickness is spreading.
Marcus, you were... I know it's spreading. Talia told me. Marcus, you were a baby when Opa died. You don't remember him. You couldn't possibly, but... I just remember his eyes, cold blue, like Mama's, but cold. I don't know anything about him. The crown was from
Papa
France.
admired him. That's all I can remember.
I'm sorry, Talia said that she'll make sure that the leech doesn't run off with the crown. It's a family heirloom. Elias, how is Cascada doing?
She's sleeping now. She's just taking time to rest.
Good. It wasn't all bad then. I assume you can accept Moni into the Sept without her. You are the worm foe.
I'm gonna look over at Monika, and I think it's very clear how confused, adverse she is to our recent dealings. So he will say, we'll have some things to talk about before I can.
Quite. Some things I need to get used to.
Is that what Cascada would want, Elias? She's never
my
held
concern.
anyone at the gate.
It's my concern right now. Noble strife.
He's the worm foe, Markus. He's the sub leader in her place. You know that.
It's about the spirit of this thing.
Do you promise to protect Karen?
To the best of my capabilities, yes.
You follow rules?
I'm good at that, yes.
You break rules.
Recently, I have to admit I had to.
There's not a whole lot of requirement. That's about it, but I just need you to understand one thing. We've been forced to do things that are different. I don't like it either. But times are changing. And if you're going to stay here, I'll be your worm foe. And that means it's not your choice what leech lives and dies. And what is an enemy to this cairn. It's mine. Can you understand that? Good.
My one request, though, is to, at the very least, be made to understand why these decisions have been made, why leeches have been allowed to enter our sacred spaces, communicate with our spirits.
Cascada was dying from a wound from a black spiral dancer. We could not ask any human doctor to come here, so we had to make do. We found a doctor who was a leech.
You don't have an attaché normally in the city. You don't have anybody that does dealings for you in the city that brings you medication that can help you with this.
We have an entire pack in the city. It's just not like that. It needed more than what is the phrase, Elias? A cup of goodwill and a pill.
No, what she needed was surgery. She was septic. There were several feet of intestines that had been ruined by the Black Spiral Dancer's claws. Here's the thing, though. I'm gonna need to take it out, so I'm gonna need the area sterile. Once we take it out, we'll take and sew everything back together, and it'll heal slow. Make sure she doesn't shift.
And that's why we need the leech doctor, because surgery. Timber said we could pull it out, but then it's putting it back together. Timber can take out intestines. Timber very good at taking out intestines, not putting back in.
Tiara comes over to you, Markus, as Timber is going on this rant in another voice. She leans down and she whispers in your ear, and she says, just tell that girl already that you love her. And she takes her tea and she walks out.
Make sure to stay off feet. Something about the elevation. Timber will look into it more.
And Tiara's, before she walks out, turns and says, I already told the Berlin pack, but if anyone sees Ilva, please let me know. I don't know what happened to her, and I'm worried. She's not picking up her phone.
You know I will if I can track her down.
And Tiara leaves.
My brother is being kept alive by the blood of a leech. He's dying of a chronic illness. Is that a problem for you? Would you kill my brother? Would you kill the leech keeping him alive?
Do you know what shock is? Do you know what
you write on a whiteboard with?
The system has completely shut down. Everything is going into regression.
What?
I just lost everybody I ever knew and cared about. Several people that I were trying to protect. I don't know who's alive, who's dead with the people that I grew up around. I've lost everything, and on top of that, I got thrown against us, fighting a giant mechanical spider that nearly also killed me. I'm accepting a lot right now, and I would like to just put forward that I am currently in shock and am not in a complete state of right mind.
Yeah, well, listen, girly. You're the one that asked you wanted information as to why. So this is the information as to why.
And we have all been there. Timber lost everyone, then almost died killing Nexus Crawler. These things happen, and sometimes we just find a way through.
A Nexus brawler?
I was possessed by an ancestral bane at the time. I was not much help.
I'm gonna
Welcome
get
to
another
Monster.
beer.
And
We do.
So,
Pinecones comes in and he says, "You need more beer and banana juice. That's what you need."
we have the water beer. We need lager.
I can make some.
What?
You make
Elias,
beer?
she stay. Elias, she stay. Approved. Timber, say you stay. Timber was worm folk.
You can want to stay with them, you come with us to Berlin.
You fucking weren't Wormfo. That's not how this works.
That is what Elias said.
Crookpaw
that I
said-
take care in
Crookpaw
place.
said, Daddy Crookpaw said.
Yes.
You left?
You said to take place and make sure Cascada
I
safe.
told you to.
Timber
I didn't
took
say take place. I said watch, keep an eye out, and,
But you
and
left.
just
Like I do. You
Monica.
like
You
I
went to
do.
leeches?
And that is
Oh,
what
leeches.
Elias said that this is what Timber do. Timber do this for Elias. Timber did good job.
Come, Moni.
Monica
You
is
did a great
1,000
job.
yards
Thank you.
staring.
Moni, come. You need to show me how to make beer. I found something in the city called a still. That's what they say, still.
Yes.
That is silly.
Yes,
Oh,
but
it's
someone
a
say you
still?
use it to make beer. A still.
I can also. I don't. I also don't just make beer. I can actually make it.
they don't care.
Okay.
You stay. You stay.
Don't talk for Timber to say more words. Moan.
Yes. He is a little overwhelmed. Forgive her.
Pinecones is has very bombastic energy. You feel a little bombarded at all times when he's around. And he's jumping all around you, and he puts his arm around your shoulder. He says, "Come, I show you my still."
Okay.
No, if only your mouth could be still.
Shut up.
But to answer your question, Marcus, was it? Yes, that's fine with me. Like I said, just a lot of information.
There's a garden behind one of the cabins over there. If there's any herbs you need for your craft.
Oh, cabin. Yes, and Pinecones is practically vibrating. He's so close to you, Monica. You can feel his like energy. He's like his ADHD or something could be vibrating next to you. He is Elias, crack teeth, my boyfriend, Moni. Okay, he don't care about beer. I care about beer. Crack teeth said for your cabin board. He brought the location of all leeches, where they live. He brought in a little map. It's for you.
Are you serious?
That is first thing that brother tells.
I forgot. I was so excited about my
Still
still.
was important. Still.
Elias fishing his wallet out and pulling out a card that he's made, handing it over to Monica as he's receiving this information. The card is the guide to recycling in Montsea. But as hearing this information, he just says, "You see all of them."
All. Yes, all. The ones who were here and 2 who weren't because they had other thing to do, apparently. More important than seeing werewolves.
Perfect. I will take this. I'll take this now.
Head out to your cabin, Monica. Pinecones is jumping all around you like he has the energy of 10 people. And he wants to see how to make beer. He wants you to show him how to make beer.
Before we
have
go,
no
I would
hops,
actually
nothing.
like to do something
Yes.
because there is still the beer that's there, right?
it's
just gonna say-
Kadla, so it's sort of beer mixed with lemon.
It's easier for me to do than it is to explain. So she's going to take the beer,
Mhm.
and I would like to use Blessed Brew.
Absolutely.
Yep, I can infuse a beverage with spiritual power, enabling it to embolden and strengthen the mental fortitude of those who drink it.
And you hear Pinecones, you can hear it from the cantina, Markus and Timber, you can hear Pinecones celebrating, and he's saying, "Do it now with banana juice!" And Elias, I already put that map in the Discord, but you'll have that. For anything that you might want to use, you know where Edgar lives, you know where Adelaide lives, even though you don't know who these people are, you know where everybody live in Berlin. And Timber and Markus, I'll end the scene. If there's any if there's any conversation you two would like to have, you are alone in the cantina now.
Speaking of still, Marcus should be still and heal.
I'm not going to heal Timber. This is my body now.
Not body. There's too much going on all at once.
Timber, I want to be your mate. Is that something you want?
Timber did this to Markus.
No, you didn't. I don't know what Elias told you, but you did not do that.
Elias didn't tell Timber anything. Timber told no one. But Markus. But it wasn't Markus, it was Dark Litany.
And you didn't do this to me. My mother's sickness spread to me. And I just got sick. It's a little worse than a case of the sniffles, but you also didn't answer the question. You're good at that.
Timber. Markus is Timber's already. So this is just how it is.
Sure. I think maybe would you want to stay in my cabin with me tonight? You know, just to make sure my body is healing right. You're a doctor, you know.
Timber is doctor, and Timber has been staying in Marcus's cabin.
Do you want to actually sleep in the bed tonight?
Technically, Timber was under bed. On bed would maybe be better for resting, if that is not too much for Markus.
I'll be fine. Like I said, the pain comes and goes.
Well, mate needs sleep, so get food first.
What do you want to eat? I'll make you whatever you want.
No, broken sauce. Timber make food. And Timber's gonna
It was
grab.
one time, and it was because fucking Bertrand was hogging all of the good ingredients.
Right.
I'm not a bad cook.
You're not Mitch Ellen.
I have to end it on the Mitch Allen line. Amazing. With that, we are going to end our final epilogue, Epilogue 3, Cry Aloud, for this evening.